Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Under Triple H's creative leadership, WWE is heading towards WrestleMania 41 and the show's match card seems promising. The latest episode of SmackDown added more depth to several storylines, including the WWE Women's Championship feud. Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair engaged in a heated confrontation on this week's SmackDown, where both stars took personal shots at each other. The Buff Barbie and the Queen reportedly went off script while trying to promote their WrestleMania bout. Considering the escalating heat between the two stars, the King of Kings might punish both Flair and Stratton. The WWE Women's Champion and the Queen brought up each other's personal lives during the intense exchange, which might not have been part of the plan. If Triple H suspends the two stars, he can avoid a potential altercation between them, which may put their WrestleMania match in danger. An angle like this will help the Stamford-based promotion generate more buzz surrounding the title bout, as the creative team can show how both stars are ready to tear each other apart. Overall, it will be intriguing to see how things will unfold on the upcoming episodes of SmackDown and whether the game gets involved in the WWE Women's Championship storyline. In the Triple H era, many new talents have joined the Stamford-based promotion. Some of these names have already cemented their place on the roster, including Penta Jacob Fatu. On the latest episode of WWE SmackDown, Rey Fenix made his debut in the sports entertainment juggernaut. The Masked Man locked horns with WWE NXT Tag Team Champion Nathan Frazer, whom he defeated in an impressive match. Following this, Triple H shared a video on his official X account where he congratulated Fenix. The Hall of Famer seemed delighted with the former AEW star's performance. The chief content officer told the 34-year-old star that things were just getting started for him in the company. This positive backstage environment is seemingly a major reason why many big names from other promotions are now joining WWE. It remains to be seen how the game will book Rey Fenix in World Wrestling Entertainment heading into Mania. Love Verma is a WWE features writer at Sportskeeda Wrestling with a bachelor's degree in arts and legislative law. His experience in legal drafting helps him cross-check reports with reputed media to ensure their accuracy. Despite being an avid WWE fan, Verma manages to maintain objectivity in his work, ensuring unbiased writing that resonates with both the casual reader and die-hard fan. Love became a pro wrestling fan after watching Royal Rumble 2014 and became a Brock Lesnar guy following the 2015 edition of Royal Rumble. He admires the sheer power and dominance the Beast incarnate displayed in his triple threat match against John Cena and Seth Rollins. However, one of his favorite matches is Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania 31, where Orton delivered one of the greatest RKOs ever. Outside of wrestling, he enjoys painting, sketching, and immersing himself in the world of PC and PlayStation gaming, showcasing his creativity and love for entertainment. The WWE Universe was left buzzing after last Friday night's SmackDown, not because of a dramatic return or a surprise title change, but because of something that wasn't supposed to happen. A tag match, set to be a straightforward affair between rising stars and veterans, devolved into real-life chaos as two superstars deviated from the script, breaking kayfabe and unleashing a shoot-style brawl that caught everyone, including production, off guard. Now, rumors are swirling that WWE's chief content officer, Paul Triple H Levesque, is preparing to lay down the law. The match in question featured Austin Theory teaming with Grayson Waller against LA Knight and Santos Escobar. By all accounts, the segment was meant to advance multiple storylines heading into Backlash, teasing tension between Knight and Escobar while further pushing Theory and Waller's Shush Bros-style arrogance. Theory reportedly began improvising spots, refusing to sell certain offense from Escobar. Waller, feeling encouraged or perhaps caught in the heat of the moment, joined in. What was supposed to be a competitive back-and-forth turned into an awkward and increasingly stiff brawl, especially between Theory and Knight. The tension was palpable, with Knight allegedly whispering "work with me" mid-match, to which Theory visibly scoffed. Knight, known for his old-school mentality and respect for the business, lost patience and began laying in real shots. Waller tried to intervene, but Escobar pulled him out of the ring. The final moments were a mix of worked spots and unscripted aggression, culminating in Knight hitting a BFT that appeared more real than rehearsed. The referee, clearly unsure of how to proceed, counted the pin anyway. Backstage was reportedly chaotic. According to insiders, Triple H, usually composed even under pressure, was furious not just because of the shoot-style behavior, but because of what it represented. Disrespect for the structure he's trying to build. Triple H has spent the better part of his tenure re-establishing trust between creative and talent, shifting away from the chaotic last-minute rewrites that plagued the Vince McMahon era. He wants professionalism, long-term storytelling, and most importantly, control. The idea that two superstars would go into business for themselves on live television undermines that. A source from backstage described the post-match confrontation as tense and electric, with Triple H calling both Theory and Waller into a closed-door meeting alongside producers and members of creative. Knight, who was reportedly still fuming, declined to attend. On one hand, Theory and Waller are two of his long-term projects. Both have charisma, presence, and enough heat to be main eventers within a few years. Theory, in particular, was once seen as the guy in the post-Cena generation. Punishing them too severely could derail their momentum, not to mention create tension among younger talent trying to stand out. But letting them off the hook, that sends a message to the locker room that chaos is acceptable, that improvisation at the expense of fellow talent is tolerated. That's not the culture Triple H is trying to cultivate. One option being floated is a temporary suspension for both Theory and Waller. WWE has used suspensions both on and off-screen to reset characters and address behavioral issues. However, given the proximity to Backlash, suspensions could interfere with creative plans. Another option, and perhaps the more intriguing one, is for Triple H to use the incident in storyline. Next week's SmackDown opens with Triple H in the ring, Liv mic in hand. He addresses the WWE Universe directly. No character, no flourish, just Paul Levesque speaking to fans as the leader of WWE. He talks about respect, professionalism, and the standards of his WWE. He mentions the match that broke down, calls out Theory and Waller by name, and announces that since they wanted to go into business for themselves, fine, let's see how they do when the gloves are off. This kind of on-screen punishment allows Triple H to maintain authority while feeding fans curiosity. It also lets the locker room know that going into business for yourself doesn't mean getting rewarded, it means getting humbled. Whether kayfabe or not, the incident could become a launching point for compelling storytelling. Waller and Theory, publicly humiliated, begin a slow descent into bitterness. They turn against management and the locker room, forming a renegade alliance that calls out corporate control and mocks the idea of playing by the rules. Knight, the man who refused to be disrespected, becomes the face of integrity. Whether heel or babyface, he's the guy who stood up for wrestling. Escobar, always a wild card, uses the chaos to position himself as a serious contender, claiming that while others fight for ego, he fights for legacy. Triple H, meanwhile, emerges as more than a behind-the-scenes executive. He becomes a character again, not in the authority sense, but as the wise overseer, the man trying to hold a fractured roster together. This moment, whether completely real, part shoot, or fully worked, speaks volumes about the current state of WWE. Gone are the days when only veterans polished the locker room. Today, it's the head of creative who sets the tone. Triple H is trying to create a hybrid, sports-based storytelling with real emotion, real consequences, and long-term investment. But if superstars break that system, whether out of ambition or ego, there will be fallout. As SmackDown heads into uncharted territory, fans will be watching closely. Will Triple H bring the hammer down? Or will he turn chaos into content? Want me to spin this into a segment-by-segment show script, or write dialogue for the promo Triple H would